guys, it's your boy Mick Gamer coming at you with another video. And today we're going to be doing what if Naruto was a senju. I was recommended this what if by Eric. So, Eric, here's your shout out. I know you didn't ask for one, but it's kind of just nice if I were to do this, since you did recommend this what if. And so, I honestly feel like I should just make Minato a full senju and just make Kushina stay the same because, well, actually, yeah, because Minato will still be alive then instead of being a Namikaze. But, since this is Naruto, we're just gonna have to say they still get folded though, Peace out. I'm gonna go get the milk and, both of them are gone now. And plus, I always thought that part was so weird how they said that they could see everything because their chakra was sealed inside of Naruto's, which, FBI? Ambu? Can somebody get on this? But yeah, anyway, let's start the what if before I just make any other bizarre comments. Alright, so, since Naruto's parents are still dead, quote, quote, Naruto wouldn't be ridiculed as much as he was in the original, but he's still pretty much just ignored by everybody because they don't want anything to do with him. Because, well, he's still the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. They're not just gonna yeet it off to some random person. Like, hey, this is your problem now. So yeah, since Naruto is still the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, the Nine Tails would still end up messing up with his chakra. So he still wouldn't be doing great in the academy. And he would still have to steal the scroll. And just like in the last what if, he kind of still just claps Mizuki when he tries to kill Iruka. And so, I mean, either way, I'm still going to have him learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And plus, since he now has literally so much chakra that it's almost comparable to Tobirama's. I was going to say Hashirama, but that's way too busted. After all, in the original, he still clapped the tailed beast's cheek, bro. So, yeah, he's still gonna learn the multi-shadow clone and the shadow clone jutsu. And this time, I'm still gonna have him learn the flying Raijin. So those two jutsus will be his only jutsu. And therefore, he would have the same kunais as Minato. And so, when they first get documented as Team 7, Naruto still has the same dream because, I'm too lazy to actually end up changing up what he says because that would take a whole script. And I just kind of go off the brain, which is why my what if seems kind of short. And so, oh, hey, look, it's USPS. Slam my package against the door. So, the fight against Kakashi, I'm not just going to say that Naruto just claps Kakashi without any training. So, Naruto still does get pretty close to the bell. And he does actually do need Sasuke to help him. And so, pretty much the fight would just be Naruto sending waves upon waves of shadow clones until Kakashi practically gets tired. Then he would have Sasuke use a fireball jutsu. Sakura's not included on the plan because that bitch useless. And, Naruto, after Kakashi substitutes out the way of the shadow clones and the, fireball, that weak-ass fireball, he will just use one of the shadow clones to place a seal on his arm before he managed to substitute away, which would cause Naruto to teleport to him and use an exploding tag and try to put it on Kakashi, which he would end up still dodging and kicking Naruto back. And so Sasuke would try to come in, oh yeah, the Uchiha and shining armor. And he would still try to taijutsu battle Kakashi like in the original. And so the same things that happened in the original happened to him. Sakura still gets trapped in that E-class genjutsu. It was literally an E-class, and they were talking about how she was the best Konoichi of the year. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. And so Naruto would end up just using the flying rising jutsu to get Sasuke out of his little pit of despair and the dirt. And so, I mean, they know they're not gonna beat Kakashi. And so they end up doing the same thing that they did against Zabuza, making a demon wind shuriken out of Naruto, and just, dang, that's a loud ass car. And just grabbing another demon wind shuriken, and instead of actually trying to kill Kakashi, they would mainly be aiming for his bell, since the demon wind shurikens are so huge that it's kind of hard to not, or it's kind of hard to dodge it. After all, you see Zabuza literally have to make a black guy jump and fold both of his legs back, unless he wanted to get his legs chopped off. And so Kakashi would still say that they passed, even though they still didn't manage to get the bells. And so they will still become Team 7, and Sakura does get trapped to the pole. So instead of Naruto having to be fed, it will be Sakura. And so in the meantime, he would be training his shadow clones and trying to think of new ways that he could use them, when he makes a shadow clone and ends up putting way too much chakra in it, making it explode, kind of the same way Itachi did with his shadow clones. And so he would still use, or technically he does learn the explosive shadow clone jutsu, which really isn't just a separate jutsu. It's really just you putting more chakra into your shadow clone than it can handle, and it explodes. And so for the first mission, after he learns this jutsu, he decides to go report it to the third Hokage, which nobody told him that the mission was starting yet. So he came in right before anybody went to go tell him that it was time for the mission. And so nobody would really know about the explosive shadow clone jutsu that he learned yet, because I kind of want to save them learning that for later. And so for the first mission with Tazuna, I would say that Tazuna wouldn't say anything about Naruto, since he is a Uzumaki and a Senju. And for his Kekkei Genkai, I mean, I'm just going to have him have both wood release and the chakra chains, since, I mean, it wouldn't really be fair if he didn't have that, because how could he be a Senju without, wood release? Am I right? Nah, but for real, Tsunade doesn't have wood release, which actually Toby Rama doesn't have it either. That's kind of weird how they kind of make it sound like all Senju have the wood release, but yet only like a select few actually do get it. Same thing with the chakra chain, so I'll just say that he got lucky or something. Dang, everybody out here going cuckoo. Okay, Sparky wanna get crazy. He doesn't even see me. What is he barking at? Anyway, right where I left off, because of a random dog. What is he barking at? There's nothing there. Okay, that's creepy. You know what? That's their problem. It's not even my dog anyway. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with dogs barking in the background apparently. So yeah, Tazuna wouldn't really say anything about Naruto, since Naruto is a Uzumaki and a Senju. And I'm just gonna say that he got lucky, so he got that good 50-50. And you know what, I might just stop the video right here if that dog doesn't stop. Alright, no, I want the video to continue. And so he would start picking on Sakura instead, which Naruto wouldn't mind, because he knows that she hasn't trained for anything. It's just her trying to get on that Uchiha dick. So yeah, when they first go onto the mission, meeting the demon Wind Brothers, I can't even remember. I remember this last video On my first what if, I think they were just the Demon Brothers, yeah. And so Sasuke and Naruto would be manhandling them instead of it just being Sasuke or just being Naruto. Since I don't want to make Naruto too busted yet until the fight with Haku. And then I'm going to say for what Kekkei Genkai he learns first. You guys could kind of just take a bet on that. And so Naruto would just use the exploding Shadow Clone Jutsu to just blow one of them away. Kind of like the same way I made him do with Shinra Tensei. And Sasuke would still just do his little kick, his little Mario kick, his little curb stomp. You know what I mean? Everybody who's watched part 1 What Ifs all know what Sasuke just did to that man. And so they would still get intel off the Demon Brothers, knowing that Gato's there, and Tazuna would still have to tell them that he can't really afford a B to A rank mission because his village is extremely poor. And so they would still go on with the mission since Naruto and Sasuke would try to force it on Kakashi, saying that it wouldn't be right to just leave him here with his village being practically destroyed because they can't afford food or water, even though they're around water. But you know what? We're just gonna ignore that. You know, clearly you can't afford water, but you're surrounded by it. You know what I mean? Just grab a bucket, you know, put it in the sun, wait for it all to, evaporate, and then after the water is practically cleaned out, have another bucket on top, so that way when the water goes up and when it starts to cool down, it starts to drip from the top. I mean, I'm surprised they've never thought of that, but it's plot convenience. Plot convenience, the plot thickens. And so they will continue going until they meet part 2, because I'm just going to end the what if right here, because, well, it's kind of going to be very long, and knowing knowing my internet, that's not going to be fun for me. So still, I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Eric. I just said his name backwards. Okay, Eric Carl. Thanks for the what if submission. I will do part 2 without a let go, because for my first 3 what ifs, I know I'm not going to be perfect, but I know I'm better than my first what if where I kind of just sped through everything. I'm actually going into the details now. And so whatever ship y'all want, I mean, as long as it's not too weird, like fucking Naruto like Shikamaru, but we're not going to talk about that. And, normal ships like Naruto X Hinata or something, then I will do it. And so for my first 3 what ifs, yeah, I'm not going to have a like goal because they're not going to be, perfect what ifs, the best I could make. But, I'm still kind of getting used to doing what ifs now. So stay cool, stay awesome. If you thought this was hentai, this was just Naruto. And peace out. Yer.